OlympusGranite.com.
Does holiday shopping have you overly stressed? Stop by Augusta Candle Company for a relaxing, gift-giving experience. Take a break from the holiday hustle and make them a gift they will love. Or grab a gift card and schedule a candle-making date. Shop local at Augusta Candle Company.
The most watched news station in the CSRA, News Channel 6. Greater headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys.
It's a Viper 6 alert day as we're expecting heavy rain and gusty winds moving through the area this Sunday. I'll have all the details on what you can expect coming up.
Now on Good Morning Augusta, no veteran left behind this holiday. We'll show you how. Plus, the James Brown Family Foundation held this annual toy giveaway. We'll take you there. And later, making something sweet for people in need. Why two young entrepreneurs say they're raising lemonade money for a family they've never met. Your number one source for local weekend morning news starts right now.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
Well, good morning, sunshine. Thanks for joining us. It's good to be with you. I'm Sean Cabbage-Stock. We'll get to those stories in just a moment, but it's a Viper 6 alert day. We'll start off with Sherry first. Good morning.
Good morning, Sean, and good morning to you. So you are probably waking up to the sound of rain falling on the roof as that looming low is starting to make its way up the eastern coast as we are seeing lots of rain bands just swirling around the two-state region. If we zoom in closer to home, you can see got some heavy rain currently falling over Waynesboro and moving into the Augusta area. So we've got light, moderate, and heavy rain falling in the CSRA right now at this hour, and that will continue through most of the day. Looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam in Swainsboro, you can see we've got water there on the lens. If you look closely, you can see that flag whipping in the wind. So that's one of our big concerns today, not only the heavy rain, but also some gusty winds. Temperature-wise, though, we're on the mild side, if you will, in the 50s thanks to that cloud cover overnight. 51 here in Augusta. Looks like our cooler spots, Washington at 47, Crawfordville, and a little warmer to our south at 56 in Sylvania. So speaking of those winds, you can tell they are coming from the north-northeast, starting to pick up there in Barnwell, 11 miles per hour, same in Augusta, and down in Swainsboro 13. So that's kind of just the start of these gusty winds that are going to be moving in. Over the last 24 hours, we have hit up to about 25 mile per hour winds. So definitely some gusty winds overnight. So if you haven't already taken care of those outdoor Christmas decorations, definitely want to run outside and anchor those down or bring them inside, because we do not want any Frosties or Rudolphs flying through the neighborhoods today, because it is certainly going to be windy. In the counties in gold here, we are under a lake wind advisory that is in effect until 9 a.m. Monday. And then the rest of us here in the blue counties are under just a general wind advisory. Our eastern line counties, that's effective until 1 a.m. Monday, and towards the west will expire a little sooner, and that will be later on tonight. So for your praise planner this morning, it's a tricky little forecast if you're heading out to Sunday morning services, as it's definitely going to be nasty, windy conditions. Looks like gusts up to 20 miles per hour, and temperatures on the cool side in the 50s, and certainly lots of rain to deal with. So please keep that in mind if you're heading out this morning to please stay safe. So to break it down kind of time-wise, this morning we're looking at heavy rain, strong winds, wind gusts up to 45 miles per hour. That is some dangerous stuff there. This afternoon, the rain will start to slack off just a little bit, more of a moderate rain, still continuing with those strong winds. But then this evening, we will start to see some clearing out, those showers tapering off, winds dying down just a little bit, but we are expecting windy conditions to continue throughout the night on Sunday and even into Monday morning. So with these winds, we have issues with downed trees and power lines that can cause issues with power outages. There was good many in Aiken and Barnwell County. It looks like those might have got fixed. I don't know. We'll toss it to Sean. He's got some more information on those power outages in Aiken County. Sean?
And Sherry, actually the power has just been restored to parts of Aiken County. Earlier, according to Aiken Electric Cooperative, the power outage over in the Windsor area was due to a broken power pole. It was restored within the last few minutes. And now would be a great time to download the WJBF News Channel 6 news and weather apps. Not only can you get alerts sent to your phone, but you can watch our newscast if your power ever goes out. One person is dead and another one injured following a crash in Edgefield County. Authorities report the incident took place a little after 10 Saturday night on SC 285 at North Martintown Road. Two motorcyclists were traveling east when the motorcycles hit a pickup truck. Attempting to make a left turn on North Martintown Road, One of the motorcyclists died at the scene. The other one was injured and taken to a nearby hospital. The driver of the pickup truck was not injured. Wreaths Across America helps people remember, honor, and educate the community about those who served our country. The Aiken County Veterans Council hosted the event each year, and it takes place at the Sunset Memorial Gardens in Aiken County. It's home to 20,000 veterans. Those associated with the organization say they're proud to be a part of such an esteemed and honorable group of men and women.
It's a very, very involved group of veterans, a very proud group of veterans. So for me, it's an honor to serve in that capacity as chairman. It's always an honor to come out to these events and see how many people support us as a veteran community, and then just how much the veteran community supports itself.
And more wreaths were placed at other memorial locations in the area Saturday afternoon to continue to show support. The James Brown's Family Initiative to help children and families in the community continues this Christmas with their traditional James Brown toy giveaway. Here's Bria Smith.
It's a dream that all started with the father of soul music himself, James Brown.
This is what my father taught us what to do, to give back. Too much is given, much is expected.
And now his family keeps it going for the community.
My favorite part was the kids getting their bikes pumped up. As soon as they got their bikes and they got their air, they were riding out of here.
Saturday morning, children and their families were filled with Christmas spirit while their hands were filled with toys.
People are in need. Even if you aren't in need, it's still, the gift of giving and the experience that the children get to have is the most important.
Dr. Deanna Brown Thomas says the day couldn't have been possible without the support and donations from the community.
Our sponsors, and we have Rosa Tibia debutantes as well as the Laney Pearls, 100 Black Men, and some of our JAMP students. So it's really a student-driven volunteer program to teach them that you got to come out and give back and you got to work.
And as a community effort, young teens from organizations in Augusta got the chance to act as Santa's helper.
We just want to make sure that we get other young people to also come out and give back to the community because it's very important. When you're active in your community, it shows a lot. It shows that you care, willing to give back. It's just very important.
While the Brown family is happy to give back in this way, this time of year, they tell me it's also bittersweet.
And we're thankful, too, to be able to come in the arena for this last time. We haven't been here since 2019.
Right.
And this is the last time that we're actually going to be in this arena because it's going to be leaving us.
But while it's the last time in this arena, it is not the last James Brown toy giveaway. The Brown family encourages those who didn't make it this year to add it to their list next. In Augusta, Bria Smith, WJBF, News Channel 6.
And tonight you can experience the magic of the season over in Johnston. Johnston United Methodist Church will hold a celebration of their live nativity. It's from 5 until 7 over at the corner of Lee and Church Streets, and there will be animals and music too. You can have a jazzy Christmas this year. John Beveridge and ZZ Wright joins us to talk about the festive celebration. Details next.
70 years ago, a local legacy was born that changed television forever.
Who would ever have thought that television would have become as important as it is, JB?
But throughout it all, one thing that has remained the same is the passion we feel for our community and the dedication we have to our viewers. WJBF News Channel 6, celebrating 70 wonderful years of coverage you can count on.
Inside we have a company. Show us the folks you know and trust.
Give the Bathfitter family a call today for that free in-home estimate.
I'm Jenny Montgomery. Join me next time for a visit with Jade Melius, founder of Crowning Lupus, and a big-time Vegas show right here in Columbia County, Tony Howard's Motown and Elvis Review, Tuesday at 12:30 on Jenny.
And welcome back. Jazzy Christmas is a festive celebration as heads to the CSRA, and it's all for a good cause. Joining me today is John Beveridge and ZZ Wright to talk all about it. Guys, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having us. This is wonderful. Thank you.
Of course. And you're not wearing out your welcome. You're fine.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, because we just did Dreams of Harlem, which pain was amazing, so thank you.
Great. Okay, I'm going to ask you about that in a second, but this Saturday, December 23rd, the Beckplex.
Yes, the Beckplex. We have
A Jazzy Christmas is actually a Jazzy Christmas, a festive celebration. And so what we have is we have amazing singers from our company Pictures of Life that will be singing the traditional Christmas songs, and then also write Christmas jazz music. And so they're going to be singing that as well. So it's a fabulous event. Fabulous, yeah.
And John, you said it took y'all maybe like 3 weeks to put this together?
Yes, it took us about 3 weeks. You know, our company, every year we do something different to try to help the community. And this year, the Second Step Warriors program, Winter Blanket program, is a thing where this company, they do food soup lines and stuff like that, and clothing. This year they wanted to really be able to reach out to the homeless veterans and be able to give out warm blankets and backpacks and stuff like that. So we wanted to partner with them and just do a show for them. And the biggest thing is we want the general public to know that there are still people out here in the world that do care about each other.
Something you told me really cool. Everything is wrapped the same way.
Yes, everything's wrapped the same, so you won't know what it is. But I'll just give a little tidbit there, like bingo games, tic-tac-toe, trouble,
and some other ones.
And some other ones.
Don't give it all
list
away.
them all.
Some bikes, some cars.
Well, that would be great. My name would be on the list for that.
And but it's just, you know, we just want to show that, you know, it's sad that we have to wait for Christmas for people to really pour out their, you know, love and compassion to everyone. It should be year-round.
And it's going to be a wonderful show. One of the things I have in there is called the Diva Christmas Carol. It's a very short, you know, kind of a short play, but these are super divas. And with the super divas, they have these original jazzy Christmas songs that I wrote. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun. So you can sit back, have some apple cider, some cookies, and watch. Or you can go to the food vendors and bring in that food and just enjoy the show. It's a family atmosphere. Yeah.
Nice. And you all are using local singers and
local singers, yes, Miss. We got Miss Chantel Wheeler. She does a lot of stuff. She has albums out. Crystal Glenn, Ren Collins, Tony Ross, Jawan Jones. Our host is going to be Miss Erica Halls. So it is just going to be a wonderful, wonderful event.
And there will be 2 food vendors there. So if people want to buy food, they can get food and bring it inside. The doors will open at 5:30. The show will start at 6:30. While people are being seated, we have an amazing jazz guitarist, Robert Reed, well known from the 60s. He's in his late 80s, I think he's 89, but he's going to be playing jazzy guitar music solo while everybody's being seated to try to give you that atmosphere and just relax. Also, to keep the children involved, we're going to have the traditional Christmas music with little videos going on. So, you know, it won't be all jazz. It'll be jazz, 1 or 2 songs. Then it'll be a little Christmas. So it's back and forth to keep the children engaged, because you don't want to have something that's mostly adult.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
you know,
so I
related to keep kids, and then kids get antsy. So we want to keep it going the whole night. So.
Yeah, I love a lot of visuals because, you know, it just kind of attracts. I want you to see what's going on stage and also have that visual with it. So everybody's entertained. Everybody's entertained.
I like it. Ticket prices and
Yes. Ticket prices, individual prices are $15. And what we did, because we know that the community right now, everybody's struggling, we have a family package. It's $40. That covers the whole family. That covers the 2 adults. And if you have 3, 4, 5 children, it's all taken care of. Still, if you want to donate, if you can't make it to the show, but you still want to help out, you can go to Eventbrite has tickets for sale.
Yes, Eventbrite, Jazzy Christmas.
You can also go to picturesoflife.net, and we have a cash app there. You can make donations. You can also get tickets at the door.
Yes.
And if you see me out and about in the general public, ask me. I have tickets on me at all times.
This Saturday, December 23rd, the Beckplex.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much. You're so wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. And good luck with everything, and I'll be there too.
All right. Great. Thank you.
No problem. And we'll be right back.
for WJBF 6.2. This is a WJBF Live Viper 6 alert.
So yes, it's a Viper 6 alert day as we're already seeing those heavy rain bands moving into the CSRA. Looking at our live Viper 6 loop here, you can see definitely some heavy rain falling there in Jefferson and Burke County, just surging from the south, really dumping rain on that neck of the woods. And this rain started moving in yesterday late in the day and has continued overnight, and now we're starting to see some of those heavier bands moving in. So zooming in a little closer on that, we're looking at, looks like from Highway 1 over to 25, but strip there, very heavy rain. But the news with this, usually when we see all these colors, you think, you know, severe weather and storms. But look at the lightning counter. So no lightning associated with this. It is just a heavy rain and wind event there for us. Looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at Washington Road, there's the proof. We've got raindrops there on the lens. The roads are very, very wet. So definitely take caution if you're heading out this morning. Home is definitely the best place to be, cuddled up on the couch where you can stay nice and warm and dry. But if you must go out, just keep in mind it could be a dangerous situation with the wet roads and also those winds. Look, we've got 11-mile-per-hour winds coming from the northeast here in Augusta. Temperatures, though, not too bad. A little on the cool side at 51 degrees, but visibility down to 2 miles. Do have some foggy situations there in low-lying areas, but definitely the rain can make it tricky to see where you're going. So look at the big picture with that water vapor loop. So here is the low pressure system we've been talking about, and look at all that moisture associated with it, just all up the East Coast, just a surge of moisture there. But back behind it, nice dry air. So once we get through this, back behind it, we're going to fill in with cooler, drier air to start the week. But we got to get through today first. So we do have some advisories to talk about. We have a lake wind advisory for most of the counties in the CSRA extending into the Midlands. That is in effect through Monday morning. Then also some more counties included in our southern lying areas, just a general wind advisory. Some of those towards the west expire this evening. Those towards the east will continue into Monday morning as well. But most of this is going to be centralized over the coastline. We've got flood watches and warnings, also some marine storm warnings where most of the action is happening, but doesn't mean we're in the clear. Again, it's going to be a heavy rain and wind event. So rain, I know that perks up the ears of our farmers as we desperately need it, as we have several areas on the map in the northern and southern areas of the CSRA that are in that drought condition. So this will certainly help them as we have a very good chance of rain today. In fact, it's already raining through most of the CSRA this morning and will continue throughout most of the day. So let's look at the timing of this with our future cast. So here we are this morning. That low looming just to our south, looks like about at the Florida-Georgia line. That will continue to push up the coast this morning. So this next several hours, we're going to continue to see those heavy rain bands extend throughout more of the CSRA to be more of a widespread heavy rain event. But the good news is it's moving pretty quickly. So by 2 o'clock, it looks like most of the heavy rain is going to be moved out of our area, but still left with some moderate and light rain throughout the area. And then as we continue to push through the day, kind of same story. It just keeps moving along the coastline and taking the bulk of the rain with it. And by 10 o'clock, looks like all of us are in the clear, just some lingering clouds, but those will continue to clear out overnight, and we're back to sunshine for Monday and the rest of the upcoming week. So just a rainy day for your Sunday, but then we're back in the clear. So your main threats for today at this Viper 6 alert day, certainly the heavy rain, which can lead to flooding, and also the damaging winds, something I'm certainly concerned with, as we have a lot of people with outdoor decorations that need to take care of those, anchor those down or bring those inside. And also with those winds, we can have trees down and power lines down that can create power outages, which are never fun, especially when it's a little chilly outside. So looking at those wind gusts, we're looking up to 40 to 45 mile-per-hour wind gusts for your Sunday. Then we do die down to the 20s on your Monday and then get back to normal once this system moves through. So excessive rainfall outlook. Our eastern lying counties are in that marginal risk, but as you can see, most of that's going to be a coastal event where there's going to be more of a risk for flooding. But again, anytime we have heavy rain, you can certainly consider that. So how much rain are we talking? Our eastern lying counties, I think we could be anywhere from 2 to 3, maybe upwards to 4 inches of rain. Kind of towards the middle here in the yellow, I'm going to say maybe 2 to 3 inches, and then those to the west, more of a 1 to 2 inch situation. But it's plenty of rain to go around for all of us. So again, this is just going to be an event for Sunday to wrap up the weekend, and then we have a dry stretch ahead as we start the new work week. And then we got to focus on the temperatures. So it's been pretty mild this weekend, but once we get all this behind us, we're left with that drier, cooler air. We're looking at high temperatures only in the 40s for Tuesday. So certainly welcoming the first day of winter with a burr as we're looking at lows also in the 20s next week. So there we go. So we got to get through this 5 or 6 alert day for our Sunday. So just be safe, guys, and stay dry and warm inside. And if you have to go outside, just please take it easy and cautious, as with those winds definitely can be a dangerous situation, and with rain puddling on the road. But then tomorrow we're back to sunshine.
I like it, Sherry. Thank you. One man expressing his love for Taylor Swift in a unique way. What's trending is next.
If you've been arrested for a DUI in Georgia, you may only have 30 days to protect your license or your privilege to drive here. Hi, I'm Tiffany Duncan of DUI Duncan, the DUI firm here in Augusta. Visit our website at DUIDuncan.com to see what we've done to help so many drivers. If you've been arrested for a DUI in Georgia, call me now for a free consultation. While the firm, of course, cannot guarantee results, we do guarantee hard work and fast action.
Remember the name, DUI Duncan.
You could see a lot of white people here. Cars are out there actually hydrating.
Mama?
She's on her way, bud.
Hey, hon. Nasty out there.
Glad you're home.
Stay safe.
I will. Tell them to save you some. When others head in, we head out. Dominion Energy.
Voice of love and schedule service at mymiracleadvantage.com.
Live from Television Park, this is Good Morning Augusta on WJBF News Channel 6.
It's 7:31. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Sean Cabbage Stock. Again, it's a Viper 6 alert day. We check back in with Sherry. We'll be dealing with this rain all day, Sherry.
Yes, it's certainly going to be a rainy day, Sean. So we're looking at our live Viper 6 radar right now. You can see we've got some heavy rain currently falling, looks like from Burke County into Jefferson County and moving into our neck of the woods here in downtown Augusta. But we've got light rain falling throughout the CSRA, and that's going to be the theme pretty much throughout most of the day today. Looking at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam, you can see we've got gloomy skies. Definitely going to be a bring your own sunshine kind of day today, as we've got those clouds lingering. And also look at the flag really whipping there, as that's one of our main concerns for today. Not only the rain, but also the wind. Temperature-wise, though, a little on the cool side, but not too shabby. 51 degrees here in Augusta. A little bit cooler back towards Washington and Crawfordville in those mid-40s, and almost into the 60s to our south. With that cloud cover overnight, kept things a little on the mild side. Winds, though, again, something I'm certainly concerned with. You can tell they're definitely rushing there towards the coast, but back here, coming from the north, we've got 13-mile-per-hour winds in Aiken, 14 in Edgefield, 11 here in Augusta. And those are sustained winds, so wind gusts can be even higher. In fact, over the last 24 hours, we've seen winds up to 23 miles per hour here in Augusta, and that is just the start. We're looking at gusts up to 40 to 45 miles per hour today. So we do have some wind alerts in effect. The counties here in gold have a lake wind advisory, and that is in effect until 9 a.m. Monday. And then the counties here in blue, we have kind of the more towards the coast is going to be extended into Monday 1 a.m., but towards the west, that will expire this afternoon. So certainly the bulk of this system is focused more towards the east, but certainly will feel effects throughout the Midlands and CSRA. So bad news with it being a Sunday. A lot of people hitting the roads this morning, heading out to Sunday morning services. Definitely going to need that rain gear. It is just a yucky, rainy morning, and also winds, check it out, in the 20s. And also temperatures in the 50s, and just lots of rain and puddling on the roads. So something to definitely take into account. So to break it down kind of throughout the day, this morning we're expecting heavy rain, strong winds, and that will continue through the lunch hours and early afternoon. Then later in the afternoon, we'll start to see that rain tapering off, more of a light to moderate rain, but those winds still packing a punch with gusts up to 40 to 45 miles per hour. Then this evening, we'll start to see some clearing out, just some light rain tapering off. Still windy, but dying down a little bit, and those showers ending later on this afternoon. So I'll have the breakdown of all this timing and also what you can expect coming up in the new week and into the Christmas weekend coming up. Sean?
All right, Sherry, thank you. Again, a friendly reminder, now will be a great time to download the News Channel 6 news and weather apps. Not only can you get alerts into your phone, but you can watch our newscast if your power ever goes out. Orlando, Florida, experienced relentless heavy rainfall. The storm made landfall in Florida at around 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Wind, localized flooding, and coastal concerns were all in play, including some tornado threats. The Florida State Guard now activated by Governor Ron DeSantis for any potential emergencies created by the storms. The Florida Division of Emergency Management also being directed to prepare for coastal and inland flooding. Hamas says it would not gives you lemons, make lemonade. Two sisters are taking that phrase literally after turning their lemonade stand into a business devoted to helping other people. Here's Morgan Francis.
It's not typical to see a lemonade stand in 40-degree.
When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Two sisters are taking that phrase literally after turning their lemonade stand into a business devoted to helping other people. Here's Morgan Francis.
It's not typical to see a lemonade stand in 40-degree weather. But Riley Wells, who's holding down the fort for her sister Jaden, has a special mission in mind.
We wanted to help people in need.
The girls found inspiration to give back when they started Luxury Lemons this past summer for St. Jude's Lemonade Stand Challenge. They raised $1,000 in a month.
I've always taught my children to give back when you can. And with them wanting to, I just kind of kept going with it because that's what they want to do.
Amber Wells says a local teacher heard about their zest to give back and asked if they could raise money for a family falling on hard times. One parent in the family with 4 children lost their job, while the other recently learned they'll be laid off too.
We don't want them to choose for presents for their kids or bills. We're guessing that they'll try to pay bills before getting presents. So that's why we're raising money for them.
So the girls have been holding more lemonade stands with the addition, of course, of hot chocolate, Santa, and even the Grinch, who seem to be just as popular. They plan to give the family they've never met both money and presents in hopes of easing their stress through the holidays.
Does the family know you're doing this for them? Nope, not at all. Like, my children don't even know anything about the family besides how many people there is, because I don't want them to know, or people at school asking them.
The girls have learned to count change and even run debit cards. But more importantly, they learned what it means to be a part of a community that has each other's backs.
I am thinking about $2,000 for that family.
Morgan Francis.
And bless their hearts, they're doing such a great thing for people in need. Santa Claus is coming to town. How to make a delicious treat for him. Details next.
The Live Vipers.
And it's a Viper 6 alert day, a rainy day on tap. Sherry is timing it all out for us. Details next. Hey, Sherry.
Has a lot to come, and welcome us to Augusta as we continue delivering top-notch solutions with exceptional customer service.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honeymichael here with Hardwood Floors and More. Welcome to our showroom located on Washington Road in Evans. We look forward to seeing you so you can discover for yourself everything we have to offer. Hardwood Floors and More. So much more in store for you.
Intestinal parasite.
WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service. This is a WJBF Live Viper 6 alert.
Okay, we're going to start off by looking at our live Viper 6 radar, where you can see that low that we've been talking about is now nearing the Florida-Georgia border and pushing upwards towards the coastline, and we've got widespread rain coming in our neck of the woods. In fact, some heavier bands already coming through into the Augusta area now, so it looks like the bulk of it is concentrated towards Burke and Jefferson and into Richmond County, and also towards our south, another band pushing up, as this is just a very strong low that's bringing in lots of moisture to our neck of the woods, and we can see that outside your window or on our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam here in Augusta. We've got raindrops there on the lens. We've got winds gusting, blowing those flags in the breeze, and also kind of a layer of fog here over the river. So visibility is certainly an issue this morning, not only with the rain, but also with some fog in some areas. So down to 2 miles here in Augusta, but check out those winds already picking up to 11 miles per hour coming from the north-northeast. But temperatures a little on the chilly side, but not too bad thanks to all that cloud cover overnight. We're at 51 right now here in Augusta. So let's look at that water vapor loop to look at all the moisture that is associated with this coming from the Gulf. Look at all that green just surging up the east coast, and that's pushing off into the coast and up the coastline. But back behind it, notice these warmer colors. That's drier air that's going to be moving in next week. So once we get through this rainy day, we're looking at cooler, drier conditions next week. So I do have some advisories in effect, mainly associated with the wind in our neck of the woods, as we have a lake wind advisory for the counties in gold extending from the eastern CSRA into the Midlands of South Carolina. But the rest of us do have a general wind advisory that does expire later on this evening. And along the coast, lots of flood watches, warnings, and marine storm warnings as well. So bringing it back to home, looking at the timing of this for us. So here we are this morning, lots of rain surging into our neck of the woods. But notice these dark colors, usually we think of like stormy conditions, but with this, there's no lightning associated with it. It's just a heavy rain and also wind event. So here we are at 10 a.m. That continues to push up throughout the early afternoon hours. We'll start to see the heavy rains tapering off and being replaced with more of a moderate, even light rain as we move through the afternoon hours. Then late afternoon, the western portions will start to see some relief moving towards the east. And then this evening, we'll have clearing, maybe even see some stars tonight as those clouds clear out and continue to clear out overnight. And then Monday, we're back to clear skies and sunshine to kick off the start of the work week. But again, it is a Viper 6 alert day for today. Our main threats being that heavy rain, which can lead to some flooding in some areas, so keep that in mind. And also a main concern of mine is going to be the winds, as we're looking at gusts up to 45 miles per hour. So with that, you can have down power lines and down trees, and certainly this time of year could have some decorations that could become flying objects that could create some issues. So again, today we're looking at those gusty winds up to 40 to 45 miles per hour. Monday, we'll start to see some relief down to 22 mile per hour gusts, and then back to normal as we get towards the start of the week. So excessive rainfall outlook, we are, most of us included there in that marginal risk. But again, this is going to be mainly a coastal event, so more towards the east. I think we're going to have the heaviest of rain and winds. So how much rain are we talking? So we're kind of dividing up our neck of the woods. I think anywhere from a half an inch to an inch towards the west, and the inch to 2 inches here, and then kind of topping out at 2 to 3 inches there closer to the coastline. And today is that last big chance of rain, and then we dry out for the rest of the week there as that drier air moves in. But also something to talk about is the temperature. So today we're just slightly below average, but after that cooler air builds in, we are dropping with highs in the 40s next week. So we welcome the first day of winter on Thursday, and it's certainly going to feel like it, including the low temperatures sub-freezing into the 20s. So here we go, looking at that 10-day. A lot going on there with the Viper 6 alert day for your Sunday. Back to sunshine on Monday. We welcome in winter on Thursday, and Christmas comes in next week. That's your forecast, and we'll be right back.
Weather headlines on News Channel 6, brought to you by Jamie Casino Injury Attorneys. Save us, presented by BrandsMart USA. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
It was a very exciting day for high school football fans as a stacked South Carolina team took on North Carolina in the Shrine Bowl of the Carolinas on Saturday. And when I say that Team South Carolina was stacked, I mean it. There's Strom Thurmond's Braylon Staley, and Midland Valley's Trayvon Dunbar was also one of many big names on Team SC that helped get a shutout win over North Carolina. South Carolina up by 10. Braylon Staley with the reception. He'll make the first guy miss, then the second guy miss, and then he takes off for the end zone to tack on 6 for South Carolina as they led 17-0. Then with the 1:20 on the clock, Trayvon Dunbar will run it in from the 2-yard line to make it 24-0, and that would be the final score. A great victory for the Palmetto State in the Shrine Bowl. Another big bowl game was between Ohio University and Georgia Southern as they faced off in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Second quarter, Georgia Southern on 2nd and 12. Bryn is intercepted by Adonis Williams Jr. That's his 18th interception of the season, and Ohio would lead 20-0 at the half. Third quarter, same score, Georgia Southern on 2nd and 4. Bryn is intercepted again, this time by Walter Reynolds, who returns at 40 yards. That's Bryn's third interception of the day, make that 19 on the season, and that would do it as Ohio wins the Myrtle Beach Bowl 41-21. Over on the hardwood, Don Staley's top-ranked crew hosted Presbyterian, and 7 Gamecocks scored in double figures, including a game-high 18 points from Malaysia Fulwiley. Plus, Chloe Kitts had a double-double with 11 points and 10 rebounds, and so did Ashlyn Watkins with 10 points and 12 rebounds. It was a blowout win for South Carolina, 99-29, and head coach Don Staley spoke post-game about how pleased she is with the direction her team is trending.
Individuals are getting better in their effort, and then collectively, I just feel like they're trusting each other a lot more. So that's always a good sign. But we also still have to, we don't have to do it and do it well and consecutively once we get into conference play. And it's not that, we got a game on Tuesday and then a game when we come back from Christmas, but we certainly are trending in the right direction.
Next up for the Gamecocks, they'll host Bowling Green on Tuesday. And the Clemson Tigers men's basketball team visited Memphis. Now, we talked earlier in the week about Ian Shefflin, who was under-recruited at 6'8", but who is quickly becoming a force for the Tigers. He had a double-double with 11 points and 11 rebounds, and he and P.J. Hall combined for 32 of the team's 77 points, but it wouldn't be enough as Memphis gets the narrow victory 79-77 at home. And finally, at the PNC Championship, the whole Woods family showed up as Tiger played his 4th PNC Championship with son Charlie, and also had daughter Sam on the bag making her caddying debut. There's Charlie's drive on the par 5 5th hole. He waves goodbye to the ball as he watches it fly. A great drive by Charlie. Team Woods would birdie the hole, and then on the par 4 11th, Charlie chipping from within 40 yards. He rolls it right next to the pin, and here's his reaction to a truly great chip shot. Just a little shrug. Charlie shrugs it off like it's easy. That would be a natural birdie for Charlie, but the story of the day remained his drives. His tee shot on the par 4 13th. The tracker says 321 yards. Charlie crushes this one over the green. Just a massive drive. That would set up an easy 2-putt birdie for Team Woods. And then, to finish things off, Dad Tiger chipping for eagle from just off.
With rent and expenses going up, give the Bathfitter family a call today for that free in-home estimate.
0% financing is here today at Thompson. 0% for 60 months on the new 2023 Fiat 500X. Plus, get up to $1,000 holiday bonus cash. New Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4s and Renegade Latitude 4x4s. Zero down, just $26,600 or $399 a month. $399. Shop anytime at JeepCheap.com. Take home a 55-inch flat screen with every new vehicle purchase.
At Thompson Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, we make buying easy.
Rain, go away, Sherry.
I know, but we need it, so let's just take advantage of this one rainy day. Then we're back to sunshine tomorrow, but certainly a Viper 6 alert day, worthy day, as we are tracking heavy rain currently moving through the CSRA, and also gusty winds associated with that. So definitely good conditions to stay inside, not favorable conditions to be out on the road. So please take it easy and keep it safe. This time of year, I know there's a lot going on, so a lot going on in the weather department too. But once we get through today, like I said, back to sunshine tomorrow. But then check out those temperatures, though. We're back to winter-like, so it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas as we've got highs in the 40s on Tuesday and lows sub-freezing coming up. And then guess who comes next weekend? Yeah, Santa Claus is coming to town, right?
Is that 23 down there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So some cold overnight lows on our way.
Yeah, let me grab my blanket. All right, y'all. Well, thank you for joining the Cool Kids. Have a great week. We'll be back next weekend. And, of course, I love you, Mama.